thinking like, why do people believe in that God concept? Why do people believe that? Like, you know what I think? I don't think nobody really believe it. I think everybody just kind of like playing along with this bullshit ass game that everybody play and all. That's why they say a lot of the exact same stuff. Won't he do it? Like these little sayings and all. It's just like a game they playing and shit. That's how I really feel. I feel like really nobody really. I feel like it might be like maybe like 1% of the people that claim to fuck with that. Probably like 1% really believe it for real. Like really believe that's a thing for real. That's how I feel. I think that's why it's kind of cultish because it's more on the lines of, do you follow this path of this belief we've set out for you? And it just never made no sense to me to. I can't. Here's the thing. People be like, "Why you don't believe in a God?" But here's the thing. You can't you can't make yourself believe in stuff. Like what you believe in is gonna be what the facts have been presented to you. It's up to it ain't up to you, but it's up to your mind and your I don't want to say spirit. It's up to yourself to decipher. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. I feel like all that shit is made up. It's all human. How would a human know? How would a human know how the world was created or how the world began or any of this? There's no way that a human would even know that. A human wrote the Bible. So that right off top, that makes it incorrect. You know what I'm saying? A human won't know how the world began. It's not even possible. We don't even know if the world began or not. All that stuff they be telling you about space and all that, that's all make believe. All that they tell you, oh, it's 100 trillion stars in our solar system. This, that, and the third. That's all, you know, make believe. It's all what they can see in the telescope, and they think that that's all that's out there. But they don't. You don't know what's out there. You don't know what was there a billion years ago. You don't know what was going on with none of this shit a billion years ago. The Big Bang, that's foolishness. All that stuff is foolishness. That the Big Bang is just as much bullshit as the God concept. They both bullshit. Because there's no way that a human can know any of that stuff. How would a human know any of that? Y'all don't be thinking. Me, I just use simple thought when people tell me stuff. I just use simple thought. Because y'all be overthinking stuff. You gotta just use simple thought. Okay? All this stuff they talk about in the Bible, right? Why can't nobody do none of that stuff now? It's the same. We still humans. We the same thing. Why come? How come none of that stuff can be repeated? Use your simple thought mind. Don't let nobody take you down no fuck. Don't let nobody take you down no path of their own beliefs. Cause that's all everybody doing is trying to get you to believe what they believe in. When it's all just belief. None of it is fact. If nobody knows how or if the world began, nobody knows, why would I listen to you or the minister or the Bible or anything when I know when I actually know for a fact that it's not even possible for a human to know how or when or if the world began. It's not even possible. You see what I'm saying? Humans only go back so far. So how would a human even know? A human would never. A human couldn't even have been there to know. If there was a beginning, me personally, I don't even think there was a beginning. I think this stuff is eternal. I think it's just been going on and on and on and on and on. Just energy going on and on and on. That's what I think. I don't think it is a beginning. But let's say there was a beginning. How would a human know about it? How? It's not possible. It's no way a human would know about it. There's no human that ever existed that could say, hey, I know how it began. Let me tell you. You see what I'm saying? That's not a thing. That person never existed. So how could a person write a story about it? That don't make no sense. Stuff gotta make just basic sense first. It gotta make just basic sense. If it make basic sense, then I'll dive a little deeper into it. That Bible stuff just don't even make the basic sense just right off top. It don't even fit just the basic criteria to be something real. Like the Adam and Eve thing, where all the people came from these two people. That don't make sense. That don't add up. The math ain't mathing. All the people should be autistic. Some should be some type of mental disorder or physical disorder or something. That wouldn't work. We know that. All the stuff in there, none of it makes sense. To me, I don't think too far into stuff if it don't make sense. If it don't make sense, I'm not gonna dive into it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's some bullshit. If somebody came up to me right now and said, I got a baby dinosaur. I've been feeding it raw meat and stuff. It's in my backyard. And they said, nah, but you can't see it. I said, let me see it. They said, nah, you can't see it. I would think they was full of shit. In my mind, I would think, they don't have a baby dinosaur in the backyard that they feeding raw meat to. They lying. It's just the same thing with the Bible and all. It's no different. Somebody came to me, told me all this stuff. Told me that it was a ship, and it was all the animals in the whole world was on the ship. They told me it was a ship. They put all the animals and insects and everything on this ship. They told me all kind of stuff. Y'all just believe it. I think that's crazy how y'all just buy into this. Like it's, what I'm saying? Like these people is really telling you the truth. Like all this politics stuff and all that. How y'all just buy into that stuff. Y'all just like, okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, he said do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm a politician. I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. What? It's the same thing. It's not Republican versus Democrat. Y'all slow. If you think it's a Republican against Democrat, you're a goofy. It ain't Republican versus Democrat. It's rich versus poor. Everybody know that. Everybody already know that. If you don't know that, you behind. You need to catch up. If you still think that it's Democrat versus Republican, you think that's what's going on? No, that ain't what's going on. They go to lunch together. They go to the same meetings. They all got money. All them politicians in there sitting in that room, they all got money. They the rich. It's the rich. It's them versus you. It ain't them versus them. It's them versus you. You the prey. You the fucking battery to this shit. You the fucking battery. They don't give a damn about you. It ain't nah. That's why y'all be claiming Republican, Democrat, all this stuff. I'm not claiming no shit like that. And that's your choice if you want to, but me, I choose not to play along with a lot of these worldly games and shit. Reindeer games and shit. I don't play along with none of this shit. I don't have no favorite sports team. I don't do nothing that everybody else do. Everybody just follow this. They follow this American. It's like a script, and they just follow it. They eat all the same food. They go do all the same holidays. They gotta choose. If they in the hood, they gotta choose either this gang or this gang. They gotta choose one though. You gotta be on this side or this side. You gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to do none of that shit. Fuck all that shit. I just want to do some whole other shit. I don't do none of the shit y'all talking about. I don't eat chitlins. I don't wear Air Jordans. I don't fucking. I'm black and I'm blackity black, but I don't like doing a bunch of shit black people do. I don't fucking nothing. I'm not late to every goddamn thing. I don't fucking. I'm not. I never would. Well, maybe I was a YN. Maybe I don't know. What does that mean exactly? The whole YN thing. I was a little wild when I was young. I might have been a YN on the cool. Me and my cousin there, we was wilding at this motherfucker. Rest in peace, my cousin. He got killed when I first went to the army. He got killed in the whole Fort Worth gangbanging times. In them times. Them times was rough. You shit. Back then, you had to be a gunslinger. Back in them days, you pretty much had to. You wanted to go to the parties and stuff. Or just don't go to the parties and stuff. But if you was going to the parties and all that, you pretty much had to be a gunslinger. Even if you're not even no gangster type, you could be a preppy type. We called them preppy back in the game. We called them preppy. It was preppy. That was the split up in my town. It was the Preps, the Ropers, the Blacks, and the Mexicans. The Preps was like the uppity white people. The Ropers was like the country white people that wear boots and shit like that. They country. That was them, the Ropers. And then the Blacks, I'm trying to think if we had any split ups in our shit. We did. We had the athletes. The Blacks like had the athletes and like the nerds. Or I don't want to just call them. I call them nerds because lack of a better term. But just they not the athletes. So we had like the athletes and then the not the athletes. You know what I'm saying? As far as the black community, I guess you would damn near consider the not the athletes the YNs half-ass. So you had the YNs and then the athletes. The essays, they didn't have no split up between them. They were just the essays. The essays just rock with the essays, period. Back when I was in school and all that. That's how it was. The Blacks had kind of a separation, like between the athletes and everybody else, pretty much. And then the white boys, they had their separation too. They were separated by the Ropers. They used to get into it too, be fighting and everything. The Ropers used to fight with the athletes, like the white athletes. Some of the white Ropers was athletes, but the Ropers, I'm talking about the ones that was like cowboys for real, for real. Like they was taking that agriculture class at school. Them, they used to get in a fight with the athletes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was split up when I was a kid. It was all split up like race. It was like a race. The school was split up by race. Like one part, like black people would be over here, white people be over here. I don't know if it's still like that. Probably not. It shouldn't be by now. But back when I was a kid, it was like that. It was split up by race. Hey, what's happening? Who is this? I can't even see what you said. Let me see. I don't know what the fuck that mean, bro. Broski? Brochetta? I don't know. I don't read this new wave texting and all that. My son be texting me all kind of stuff. I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Y'all be texting all this new shit. I don't even know what the fuck. I know the regular texting stuff. You know, the WYD. You know, just the regular. Not all this new. It's some new wave shit. I don't know all the new shit. You know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, and I wanted to get something clear too. I, with the whole core and the ant thing, I know everybody been burning that shit up. But I'm not necessarily taking up for ant. I don't even know, dude. You know, I think people might thought I was taking up for ant. I'm not. I wasn't taking up for ant. I'm more along the lines of getting at the bully. And ant is just the ant is the victim. Ant the victim. He just happened to be the victim at the moment in time. The victim of the bully. I just don't like the bully shit. So I'm getting at the bully. Corey was the bully. You tried to bully the man. I ain't like that. It could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying? But shit. I don't like nobody trying to bully nobody. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck on with that shit. Everybody, ain't nobody no motherfucking superhero. Everybody can bleed the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can bleed out. So everybody need to respect the fact that everybody can bleed out. Ain't nobody in this bitch bleed out proof. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn me. Hey, but that's two grown ass men though. At least you know they did. Whether we like the way it got handled or not, at least they didn't really fight. You know, cause that would have been ugly. That would have been bad too. So at least they really didn't fight for real. And that's some good ass content. We still talking about the shit. So that's some good content. And they really didn't even fight for real anyway, no matter how you try to spin it. Whether you try to say who a hoe, who ain't a hoe, who this, that, and the third. No matter how you try to spin it, they two super grown ass men that figured out a way to not box about it on live TV, you know what I'm saying, on live YouTube, whatever. Shit. I think that's deserves a clap. That deserves a few claps. You know what I'm saying? Willie D clap. You know what I'm saying? But shit. I had got on here. I apologized to Corey because I had got on here and I was talking crazy. I was being disrespectful, and I feel like Corey is Corey's a black activist. So, and he's older than me, too. So I kind of felt a way about being disrespectful. So I was sincere with that apology. But I mean what the fuck I'm saying. I'm standing on what I'm saying though, as far as how I felt about the situation. But I'm saying that I didn't mean to be disrespectful and shit about the shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you can get your point across. That's kind of what we were trying to tell them. Y'all could have got y'all point across without being disrespectful. That's kind of like the whole point of the whole shit. Is that niggas need to get their point across without being disrespectful. You ain't gotta be disrespectful. You can figure out a way to say shit. And then why we always gotta fight and shit? Like black people, why we always gotta fight? Why is fighting always like the, you know what I'm saying? Like why is being tough and fighting like the main conversation? Like you go on every channel, that's what they talking about. Ah, this nigga ain't tough. They ain't even from the streets. Why we gotta be from the streets and we gotta be tough and all that? Why we gotta be on all that? I'm not saying you ain't gotta be a man and hold your ground and fight. You know, somebody jump on you, something you gotta fight your way out of, or handle your business or whatever. But I'm just saying, why is that like the number one? Why is fighting and all that like the number one? If fighting if it really was like that important to us, I feel like we'll be free from this slave shit. I feel like we done figure out a way to fight our way about this shit. So I feel like it's a fake, it's a facade, tough worship. It's like we worship tough. You know what I'm saying? Like everything gotta be tough. All these niggas ain't tough. All these niggas ain't from the street. Then we worship the street too. Oh, they ain't even from the streets. So, that's good. That mean they mama moved them from around there. Fuck is you talking about? Why is somebody that ain't from the streets, why is that a bad thing? They from the shit. They mama got a good job and got they motherfucking ass over there in the house. Fuck is you talking about? I thought that was the goal. Ain't that what y'all trying to do too? She did what you trying to do. She got her kids or whoever, the her and the dad, or maybe just the dad or the mom, whoever, whatever happened. They got the baby. They moved to a better place. Went to find better schools. They kids wasn't gonna be selling drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they was in a better area. They had a couple jobs here and there and this type of shit. And y'all mad at them and shit. Oh, you ain't. They be talking bad about people that ain't raised like poor and all that. Oh, y'all had this and had that. When you was growing up, I ain't had nothing. Okay, your mama and them bad then. How is that? If I had a little something, let's say I had a little something, a little more than what you had when I was growing up. How is that a bad thing? I don't get that. So what the fuck is we talking about generational wealth? How can we celebrate generational wealth but then be mad at it at the same time? Cause when you see a kid, when you see a kid that's coming up in a situation that seems well off, somebody had to build that castle for it to be so that well off castle didn't just come out of nowhere, fall out of the sky, land on his head and shit. Somebody built that. So that means somebody built some type of wealth or some type of stability or some type of something for them to even be standing on that type of square. So why don't we salute that? Shouldn't we be saluting motherfuckers that build some type of shit like that? You know? Where they can pass it down to their kids, where their kids is starting off a little with a silver spoon or whatever the fuck. That's better. The fuck? I thought that was the goal. I'm up here thinking that was the goal. Is to get your kids out the hood and all that. Move them into a nice spot. You know, if they going to public school, put them in a good school. If they want to go to college, have a little college fun, all this type of shit. I thought that was the goal for the Matrix. It ain't the goal. So if that's the goal, why we be mad at motherfuckers when they reach the goal? We talk crazy to them. Oh, y'all ain't even know. Then niggas be trying to act like hood niggas is some type of superhero or something. I'm a hood nigga too. That's why I talk about it so much. Cause I'm a hood nigga. I'm not just talking down on hood niggas because I'm one. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, we ain't no motherfucking superhero or nothing or no some other class of human or no shit like that, nigga. These niggas just people that was poor and shit. And could, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's some people in the hood got money and all that. But I'm saying it's the mentality, more along the line what I'm speaking on. It's the mentality of the hood, the poor mentality. Because you ain't even got to be poor. You could be in the hood and come up with some shit. Do a TikTok channel, fucking start a lawn service. Or, you ain't got to stay poor. That's what I'm saying. It's like a mind. You stay poor, you just got a mindset of being. God, I was streaming and shit. I'm finna turn this off right fast. I want to listen to some music. I can't listen to no music.